Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know, excuse me, that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. OTAs, they're in the bag, man, and of course, our Cowboys are getting ready for mini camp next week, starting on the 10th. Can't wait to get that going. And then we've got the big break until training camp starts, and that's when the rubber hits the road. And apparently the rubber's going to be hitting the road with Pittsburgh because they're going to have Aaron frickin' Rodgers. You know, I still don't understand this one. How it is that the Steelers literally, for our benefit, let's be clear here, we benefited completely. That's a different color. That is literally purple. It's a purple Jeep. That's kind of crazy. Benefit us getting George Pickens, but that George Pickens was a big distraction. It's like they don't know what a distraction is till they get Aaron Rodgers in there. After this crap that Aaron Rodgers has pulled and literally not being there, he could have signed this contract back in April and been done. Instead, he's left them waiting and holding and holding and holding. You know, he literally wants you to kiss his ass. And they're going to look back this time next year and say, God, what were we thinking? What were we thinking that this guy was going to be the solution? He's 42 years old. He hasn't been the guy that he used to be. He's arrogant, and he is, it's not my problem. Not my problem. I'm not going to worry about it. Us, on the other hand, this is actually interesting because right now is the time of year where everything is, coming up roses, that everything is beautiful, that everybody is excited about every player, that every player is going to be great. You know, you always hear about the turnaround that the players are having and how great a camp that they've had. The reality is, in my mind, is OTAs are great. It's a great way to get your basics on. It's a great way to start getting, the philosophy that you're doing. It's the beginning of getting your plays and, you're designing the plays and your installs together, but you're not really playing football. And to try and say, like, for example, running backs, you don't know how running backs are until they're actually in game playing. Even with pads on in today's NFL, you can't take them to the ground. You can't. So you don't really even know through training camp until you actually play real games. And this is the thing, it still is crazy in my mind, is how you can prepare for a football game without tackling or going really full speed, and how a body is used to being fatigued in the same way. See, it's like right now, okay, I haven't been doing very much work. You know how when you first start working out again, right? You know how your muscles start getting really, really sore and stuff, but then after you start working out on a regular, your body gets used to it. It's not the same wear and tear. You don't feel the same fatigue. Well, yeah, you're running around, you're doing the bicycle and stuff like that, but playing football is different than anything else. And your body needs to get used to that contact and going to the ground and how to fall and how to protect yourself. You're going from, like, if you were a NASCAR driver, driving 55 miles an hour to Sunday, now driving 220. It's a different speed. It's totally different. You can't practice for driving 220 miles an hour except driving 220 miles an hour. And I say the same thing for football. So when you get the running backs, you don't really know who's going to be a good one. You can get an idea of who's got the speed and stuff, but actually making real moves and doing it full speed, you only know doing it full speed. So it's hard to get separation from the player. And so, of course, this year, everything is optimistic. All right, so with the optimism that we currently have, Terrence Steele, which blows my mind that now he is the elder statesman on the Cowboys offensive line. He is the granddaddy, the oldest, the most tenured player on our offensive line, which blows my mind. Now that Zach Martin and Tyron Smith are gone, Cooper Beebe and Tyler Guyton, they're going their second year. Tyler Smith is going into his 4th year. And it's crazy. And, of course, Tyler Booker is a rookie. We've completely rebuilt the offensive line with young guys. Now, from what you're hearing, and I pointed this out, from the time Brian Schottenheimer said they're going to run the ball more, Mike McCarthy throws the ball about 65% of the time and runs the ball 35% of the time. If you are a defender, you want teams to pass the football and know that they're going to pass the football, because then I don't have to think about holding the line. I don't think about trying to keep the linebackers clean. I can think in my mind the move I'm going to make on you to get past you, because I like to go woo. I don't want to get hit and have to absorb it and read and react. I want to know, go upfield and get that quarterback. It makes my job easier. Well, Terrence Steele is an enigma. He's one of the best run-blocking offensive linemen. He's 15th by Pro Football Focus. His pass-blocking grade is not so much. He's like in the 80s. Not good. But part of that problem is because the Cowboys were always passing the football. And because they were always passing the football, defenses know we're pass rushing. And so now you've put them out on an island. If you are more balanced and the defense doesn't know when you're going to pass or run, they have to play the run first, which will play into Terrence Steele's hands. Now, I'm going to have to come back here in a second. I got to make a call and let my daughter know I'm almost there.